A few of her awards include the Hope Award in Cancer Research, Woman of the Year Award from South Free Pakistan, and the first Lifetime Achievement Award from UPNA. Dr. Raza is also a member of the Habib University Foundation U.S. Forum.
Good luck.
Before we welcome Dr. Raza to the stage, I just want everyone to know that the delivery she gave last year at the Habib event left a lot of guests with their jaws dropped. It is truly a wonderful experience to hear her speak. Without further ado, Dr. Raza.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for that formidable introduction. I'll try to live up to this. There's an apocryphal story about a Pakistani who came to New York and buys a Rolls Royce and takes it back to Karachi. For a week, he's cruising the streets of Karachi happily, and then suddenly the car dies. So the best mechanics are called, and they give the diagnosis within minutes. The Rolls Royce has no engine. What? Said the Pakistani rich man. What are you talking about? I've been driving this for a week. Well, that, said the mechanic, is easy to explain. It's a Rolls Royce. For a week, it cruised on the basis of its name alone. So friends, on the basis of names present in this room today, we could have coasted along ad infinitum. But fortunately, we don't have one, but many engines driving us tonight. The Honorable Ali Habib, Manize Habib, Imran Habib, Marcia Habib, their extended family, Nadia and Shobhai, the extended Dhanani clan, are with Nelson, Mayor Zimmerman and Mrs. Zimmerman, President Wasif Rizvi, my best friend Mansoura and family. What a magnificent, honored speaker for the evening, Mr. Mehdi Hassan. The organizers of this glittering gala and dear friends, thank you all. What a fantastic and thought-provoking talk we just heard. So I'd like to begin by thanking Mehdi Hassan, whose legendary eloquence and erudition were on full display this evening, as you saw. But I'd like to address one little point that he raised about being a Hindustani and not a Pakistani. I am a Pakistani, and one of my best friends is Meera Nair, who's a film director and a Hindustani. And of course, my colleague is Siddhartha Mukherjee, who's a Bengali. So one of our Gora friends saw the three of us together and asked, "You guys look exactly alike. How do you tell the difference between who's who?" I said, "Very easy. Pakistanis are always overdressed." As you can see. Pakistani is always overdressed. Indians are always underdressed. Pakistanis overdressed, Indians underdressed, and the Bengalis just badly dressed. Sorry. I kid. I love the Bengalis. But for Mehdi Hassan, तुम सलामत रहो 1000 बरस, हर बरस के हों दिन 50,000. What a wonderful job you are doing at Al Jazeera. MashaAllah. Congratulations. I live in New York City. The mafia is very active there. And the mafia is very dangerous. They ask you for your money or your life. Wasif Rizvi is even more dangerous. He asks for both. And what's worse is that by the time he finishes, we want to give him both. When Wasif asks us to listen more hearingly, to look at things more seeingly, to study more carefully, to think more seriously, to act more carefully and to live more compassionately, to interact more effusively, we respond more generously. His words and his larger than life personality are strong enough, but what ravishes us entirely is his sincerity, his authenticity, Wasif's devotion, his dedication to this most noble cause. Thank you very much, Wasif. And what can I say about the Dhanani family? Shobhai's generosity is the stuff of legends. I heard that when his credit card was stolen, Shobhai did not even report it. He wanted the thief to spend. I asked Shobhai, is this true? He shyly replied, actually no, but the thief was spending less than Nadia. I joke, I kid, because I love Nadia and Shobhai and they know it, of course. But your support, your patronage, and that of the assembled incredible Dhanani extended clan is truly pioneering and revolutionary. You are setting a blazing trail. Thank you very much to the Dhanani family. And then, of course, there's the House of Habib. We are very fortunate to have several members of the family present tonight. My mother was generously patronized in her social and charitable endeavors by the great Sakhar Bai, mother of Rafiq Habib. I had the honor of meeting her when I was young and accompanied my mother on some of these missions. What an imposing, formidable, dignified figure she cut, and yet so down to earth, so impassioned about humanitarian causes, so inspiring. It's no wonder that under such an outstanding matriarch, the Habib clan has produced one exemplary philanthropist after another. The spirit of giving is in the family's DNA. With time, the House of Habib has settled their sights on ever higher goals. What gives them the daring, the courage, the boldness, the audacity to reach for the stars? I say to you, it is not their shahi, it is their faqiri. This unique faqiri comes from a shahi of the heart. They are able to open their hearts and give love because उसी पर इश्क जचता है जो अंदर से कलंदर हो. An important question facing all of us right now is what to teach our children today that will be helpful to them in 2050. No one knows. No one can tabulate the particular skills that will be most useful just 30 years from now. The days of telling the children to become doctors and lawyers and engineers are long gone. There's a famous story that a woman in New York was walking on the sidewalk with 2 little kids of hers. So a friend who met her said, "Oh, Gloria, you never introduced me to your children." She says, "Oh, yes. The doctor is 5, the lawyer is 4. Those days are gone. One thing we know for certain is that the new generations have to be prepared to change, to adjust, to adapt to rapidly changing scenarios. This requires an inner strength, a stronger character, the ability to distinguish the trivial from the authentic, to help chart the way through the tsunamis of existential crises that are waiting to rear their ugly heads in the future. This kind of inner strength and wisdom will not come from consulting the Wikipedia or listening to TED Talks all day. And it will not come from bombarding the students with more and more data, more and more information. No. Rather, what we need to help them develop are the skills to interpret the information we are giving them, to make sense of the context, to understand that which makes a thing good. And this, my friends, is the mission of the House of Habib, which the Dhananis have risen up to support, which Wasif is captaining with such effortless superiority, to create a university which produces a generation with the core strength to deal with what the great historian Yuval Harari describes as an age of super intelligent machines, engineered bodies, algorithms that can manipulate your emotions with uncanny precision, rapid man-made climate cataclysms, and the need to change not just your job, but your profession entirely every 10 years. This is what we need to become adjusted to. This is what our children need to learn how to do. And it will not come without inner strength. This is where all of us have a stake in the outcome of Habib's effort. Changing other people is notoriously hard. The prevailing wisdom on that one is don't hold your breath. But there's one thing that's even more difficult than trying to change other people, and that is changing yourself. We find all kinds of excuses to skirt around the issue and offer every reason to help explain our frailties. Like this woman who goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, I have a problem with my height." "What?" the doctor said. "What's your problem with your height?" She said, "Well, according to my weight, I should be 7 feet tall." We find every reason, every excuse to explain ourselves away. But the time has come when we need to shake off the lethargy, to energize ourselves to keep up with the times. Change for the sake of the next generation to come. The Habibs, Dhananis, Wasif are leading the charge, showing us the way. But their endeavor will not succeed unless the rest of us step in and do our part. Let us do whatever is in our power to make this noble mission successful. For not just humanitarian reasons, but for very selfish reasons. Our children are at stake. Our future is at stake. Let us learn from the lessons of our great philosophers, our poets and thinkers. Let us teach our children these very lessons through a first-class education in the humanities. So I end my note of thanks to Mehdi Hassan and to Wasif Rizvi, to the House of Habib, to Manize and Ali Habib, to the Dhadanis, Shaukat Bhai, Nadia, your extended family, and above all, to all of you, with a simple message. Let us help create a new generation whose attributes combine rationality with morality, with aesthetics. Create a generation where the children are equally able to do one of two things. जिससे जिगरे लाला में ठंडक हो वो शबनम, जिससे जिगरे लाला में ठंडक हो वो शबनम, और दरियाओं के दिल जिससे दहल जाएं वो तूफान. Thank you everybody.
Wasn't I correct? Isn't she amazing? Next, we'd like to show a short clip of Habib University.